Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... As it turns out, a species of fairy known as the Khazaria have been able to harness the powers of teleportation hitherto only seen by the Azor. The enemies that have been since banned, and I found this out from the diary entry of King Xerius I himself, which has for some reason not been documented. With this knowledge, Rosabella goes and rushes towards the person who I believe knows teleportation, or possibly was just the first person that she encountered, in order to actually impart this knowledge that she was immediately sought after by some dark entity, so that it would never leave the room from whence it came. But the true question on everyone's minds is... how is Eric going to react to this? Oh my gosh. So... I saw the comments that people were leaving here. For example, there's one about last episode us talking about the idea of the shipping getting in the way of the interesting plot. I will also say that things are definitely starting to, get more intense now. Possibly because Same DNA kind of course corrected a little bit in the sense of, okay, maybe all this focus on romance means that, everything else is sort of paper thin by comparison. That did, in fact, result in the abandoning of certain other ideas that came before it. Until possibly today. Because the idea of this, singing competition, the sing-off finals that they seem to prepare for, emerged in the early days of the series, and has since really, since I guess faded into obscurity in the wake of everything else, in the wake of honestly the actual lessons and the actual training in order to help support their kingdom. So for good reason it disappeared. However, it definitely was a symptom of the case of the idea of this show not having its structure really thought out until possibly sometime around nowish. So, yeah, hard to really say. But yeah, good question if Eric's going to throw a hissy fit right now. Of course, we have Prism's reaction, as always, everything to do with it, with Eric. I don't know what type of plant that is. It came with the house, or the apartment, I mean. Mind. The synchronization is such a useless plot. Yes, but at one point it was the only really major thing they were building up to. Everything else just sort of appeared in an episode and then kind of came and went. So I at least am curious to see how it's going to especially affect things and how the commitments are going to be balanced now that the stakes are much heavier than they were before. It kind of seemed like it was the ultimate end goal for some time, but then didn't actually but then of course when you realize what's actually going on, things of actual importance, maybe then it's it kind of this does have my curiosity as to how this is going to be handled. That being said, I do acknowledge the fact that the description just says that the competition is on the way and that it may not actually happen in this episode. So I am prepared to not have that that thought be completed right now. But hey, who knows? It's Royale Fairy Academy. I got to look forward to something in this series, don't I? Yeah. Before I forget, happy International Women's Day. I brought along with me a woman. Hi, Tamsin.
Hey! I am a woman and a girl.
Yes. Oh, the pink denotes it quite nicely.
Yes.
All right, then. Let's go ahead and begin. We'll go to do it again, actually, because I keep forgetting the scene change means I have to press the button twice. But anyway,
I always disappear when he changes scenes.
Yeah, because I have to add people, and obviously unless the guests are here when I'm setting up, which is not normally the case, because I normally tell them to come in after I finished, then I have to just click the button. But yeah, oh well. RFA sets women back. Well, let's see how far women are set back on this International Women's Day. Without further ado, on with the review.
Yeah.
What are you implying?
Yeah, so if you don't remember what happened last time, Rose just collabed with the guy that said, "What are you implying?" I think she's trying to explain what's going on, unless it's Eric trying to insinuate that something is actually going on with the two of them because he saw them hugging, but we'll get to that. As for the shadow, not quite known right now. I know, interesting here as far as like the outlines have gone.
Ooh.
Yeah, possibly a detective mask this thing here. I say that because that's exactly what I just like looked into today. And it turned out that through a series of rabbit holes, I discovered that my Vegas editing license, which I forgot was going to expire, did in fact expire, and I had to actually get it again, which means that I no longer have the subscription I don't need. I have the permanent one, so it worked out in the end. But my goodness, I had to like update it like a bajillion times to get deep learning models to work. But hey, it means that I can AI the masking process now. So that's something. There you go. I've got the title for my next editing stream. You know, like I've used AI in this episode? Question mark.
Oh no! I use AI in episode 5 of the British. No, not the British Pops. The Troop of Adventures one. I can't wait for you to see it tomorrow.
I see. I'm curious as to what you as to what type of AI you've used in that one.
I think the same one as before.
As before? Wait, you used it before?
Yeah, the British Pops episode 1.
Well, what type did you use before? I forgot actually. Again, I reviewed tons of things.
Don't
Jog my
know.
memory, please. You don't know. You don't know what you don't know what you used before, but you know that you use it again in the thing that just came out. How is that possible?
Not sure.
Well, I guess we're gonna park that for until tomorrow. So yeah, for
can't
now, let's
wait.
see where this is going.
Perhaps the magic commoner has a hand in all this. I heard she's trying to get the trust of our princes and a young king.
Rosabella wouldn't do such a thing.
Ooh, I'm kind of like this already.
It sounds like you know her quite well.
And it sounds like you have no idea who she is, so probably listen in that case.
No.
Anyways, hi Vin.
Hello.
Hello, Vin.
Hello.
Yeah, don't worry, Bon. I quietly read that comment and I sent the link in DMs.
Yep.
Yeah.
King Dominic. It seems like history repeats itself.
I'd like to meet this commoner.
King
Well, she's not in this room right now, so good luck.
Aiden. Always.
Oh, okay. Like we had Aiden last episode, and now we've got King Aiden. All
It's a
right.
pleasure.
Nice.
Windy.
Actually, I do remember an Aiden character in this series before, but I don't think he was dressed like that.
Please accompany His Majesty to the Academy chambers.
Oh, right, this way.
I like this as the show tape us in the middle of the night. It's like, I speak to the commoner, please. Okay, wake her up out of bed immediately.
Your Majesties.
He didn't cameo. Oh yeah, I think those were the flowers that Eric dropped in the previous episode. He was about to give those to Rosabella, but then he saw her hugging whoever she was hugging. I forgot the name of the character. And I guess now they're not here. Maybe they teleported, as was accustomed by the Khazarians. I have no idea.
Who knows?
Yeah. Has anyone seen the Legend of Korra here?
Of course.
No.
Okay. Do you remember in season 1, episode 6, the whole love triangle thing, and that scene where Korra kisses Marco, and then and then it like cuts like to see like Bolin holding like the bouquet of flowers. That's kind of the image that I had in my head when I saw the Eric one.
And
yeah.
We got a Sami now. It's all right.
Well, I mean, at least yeah. Well, that was kind of part of the issue. Like Asami was like introduced in that episode, I think.
Yep.
Anyway.
Which is
give them to me. Yeah.
This is why you
take
gotta
it down.
do
She's
this.
not even here in the
I was
scene.
gonna say,
This is
damn,
even. This is even Eric. This is Adrian. Yeah. Oh, this is side of the Eric spectrum. Yeah. Take it down a notch.
What's wrong?
Okay, so the hug was still going on. Okay. Wait, hold on. Why were the flowers around the corner if Eric saw them from the hallway and was already there? Did he run away and drop them? We just didn't see that happen?
Maybe.
I'm okay now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sure.
Students out of bed! Students out of bed in the corridors!
Yeah, and they can't teleport either.
Mhm.
That was quick.
King Aiden.
King Dominic, are we interrupting something?
No, we were just...
King Dominic?
Yes, he is King Dominic of Alterbria.
You knew he was really a king?
Long story.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought his name was King from the previous episode. I was thinking of the Owl House.
Your Majesties, the court is ready.
I'll talk to you later.
Petrified.
That's from Eric.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm waiting for an explanation.
I'm waiting for you to tell me why you're owed one.
for what?
King Dominic?
Oh, that. I don't think there's anything to talk about.
Oh.
We're just friends.
Oh, hold on a second. Wait, was that like super speed or was that Kozarian teleportation? Because now that I've rewatched episode 8, I'm really curious to find out like what the difference is and like how much of that idea has evolved. Was it a secret like it was in the times of King Xarius the First, or is it now common knowledge and he just didn't know that? Like I really, yeah.
Friends.
That's not what I'm seeing.
That's absurd.
The king of Alterbria doesn't seem to think that way.
Whatever.
I knew
By the way, minor thing, but I like the fact that you can still see the shadows behind them.
it. Admit it.
And also, depending on like the close-up frames, you can actually start to see like Agent's face was like in darkness before, but Rosabella's was in the light because depending on like where the light source was coming from. Not sure. Oh wait, I guess that means the light source was behind Agent in order for that to be a work in the first place. So again, a lot of like post-production thought is going into this now. It seems like after a couple of awkward iterations in the past few episodes, we're actually there's same DNA is kind of like getting accustomed to whichever like new setting and customization is going on for this, and that's great to see.
There's something going on between you two.
Can you come with me inside my room?
This body
abrupt.
is not ready yet.
Yeah, I think it's been in there before, but all right.
Come on.
Dude, we're not on
Right.
that episode yet. Don't worry.
I think we've already been past that episode, to be perfectly honest. The lighting and the shadows are so good that it's too bright. That is true. This is like one of the things where I said before that the temptation is always is when you have a new editing technique to show them off and make sure they're incredibly obvious to people. When in reality, a lot of them are meant to be things that you keep in the shadows, like my new discovered AI masking, for example. Yeah, that might be what was going on here. Maybe let's again like turn it down a notch, but it's good to see that it exists. I guess. Yeah, we would have noticed it anyway, of course. But yeah, the guest room with a face on the blanket. Can we address that yet?
Wait,
yeah,
what?
I don't know whose face that is actually. So
Whose
I am.
We're probably never going to be given a good enough angle to be able to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It would be really awkward if this was like Dean J or somebody, because I'm pretty sure Dean J is Adrian's alter ego. That was what the implication was in the previous in like episode 3. Anyway,
Huh?
who's the picture on the wall? Also, good
Where
question.
did it go?
Where did what go?
The diary?
What diary?
Actually, hold on. There is something that I'm kind of curious about. Actually, this setting, especially like given the outside, it seemed like that when we first got to like this like model, it seemed like this was like inside of Wingrove, like the kingdom, the one that was like attacked by attacked by the demon plant that Rosabella salvaged, and this was their temporary headquarters. However, it seems like it seems like I can't remember like if they're supposed to be stuck here right now because like the teacher said that they couldn't travel right now. I'm not sure if that implies they went back to the academy and couldn't travel to the next kingdom they're going to visit, or whether or not they couldn't travel up past the first kingdom and they're now doing the classes here. Because the royals seem to be able to go places, even though that seems to be a thing. And also they did say to the academy headquarters. So I don't know. There is a possibility that this set was painstakingly built in a 3D model program, and the developers did not want to get rid of it, which I would understand, but also question. Yeah. That's my Cole Grey Blank, his internet celeb, and I love him. Oh,
We all
man,
have that
apparently
one.
apparently
that
I'm
one
famous
friend.
now.
Are you hiding something?
Another lighting detail I like is the fact that his hair seems like shade over itself. You can see like when he's leaned forwards, his hair as he passes reveals some of the light as well.
Do you know about King Xarius the First?
You went to the restricted section?
Shh.
Apologies.
I mean, she could have heard about King Xarius in general, just from history or something. I would imagine that, even if because King Xarius, I think, was the ruler of the enemy kingdom that nobody likes, but that would still be like important info to learn in history. At least the fact that these monarchs existed.
I was
It depends.
curious.
Some schools might just not show the size they don't want to show. It's all about what the education actively wants the students to learn.
Yes, but also if this is that's what I'm saying. I think they most in all likelihood they would want them to learn about this, considering that there are laws in place that ban like anything to do with Azor. They probably would want to find out why that actually is the case.
Fair.
Or at least whatever, or be presented with a version of why that is the case, which is possibly more accurate, depending again on the school.
Please don't tell anyone.
I won't.
Thank you.
If you let me come next time.
What?
Aren't you going back?
I...
Thought so. Here's my number.
I guess you would have to return the book at some point, in all fairness.
Yeah.
Also, that is not your number, that's just straight up a different phone.
Adrian...
We've done this sneaking thing so many times already. Now you're chickening out?
Wait for my text tonight?
Copy that.
She didn't do anything. There was like that didn't. It's weird to say this series has
transfer.
yeah to I don't know, to her fingers or something, because like there was no phone. Like I mean,
it's phone number transfer through contact. You know how on your
with
phone,
non-magical non-magical phones you can use like QR codes or something to exchange contacts, but you need like the other phone to be there in order to like pull that off.
Yeah, no. You know how it's pretty much. You know how they're called contacts on your phone?
Yes.
This is why they just need to make contact with the phone to get the contact in your phone. I'm trying to make sense of this, but my brain is... I had a D&D session last night. I was a player this time. And the best way to explain it, one must imagine the goblin number 2 happy. And
Snow number 2. No doubt.
Wait! Don't go... I mean, don't go out the door. Use your...
You're so uptight. I know that.
That's a fair question. She's like so familiar with this teleportation, and seemed to want to like rush and hug the king, whatever his name was. I thought that was because like she wanted to like impart that knowledge to him, but then she just kind of like stopped, just hugged him in the corridor or something. Maybe because like she was being chased. That might be why. I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Someone's coming.
Oh.
Well, I know there's that. What? How dare you assume I use my teleportation? Oh, well, someone's coming. Time to use teleportation. Bye.
I will only use my teleportation upon my own free will. Oh, wait. Now's a good chance.
Yeah. Just no words whatsoever. Just
No words needed.
Just handing out the invitation.
and also that could have waited till the morning. Why does everyone feel like the middle of the night is the best time to talk to people about things?
Because secrecy and tradition and blah, blah, blah.
I'm sorry I was late, Your Majesty.
No, I'm just early. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Great mentality.
I
I'm
heard
just
you called
early.
my son a thief.
I apologize, Your Majesty. It was my mistake.
Oh yeah, I think this is when oh yeah, no, this was like when this was like a couple of episodes ago. I was gonna say that there was like the one event where she like accused Adrian of being a thief or something, but that was a different thing. Never mind.
I'm glad you did.
Your Majesty?
He's improving. He hasn't snuck out or rebelled lately.
Okay, I thought he was saying he was improving on his like thieving skills, and I was like, what do they teach in your kingdom exactly?
Thank you.
I know you're politicians, but you're not meant to be that obvious when you're stealing.
I don't think
It
that's
depends
because
on
of
the place.
me, Your Majesty. He must have grown tired of escaping.
Maybe.
Yeah, always getting better at not getting caught. That's also another point.
Or he came back for someone.
Ooh, cupcakes.
Well, if he came back, he must have left in order to come back, right? Which means that he would still be escaping. He just would be returning a lot sooner than he normally is. Right?
Would you like a cupcake?
Why do you eat the cupcake from there? From the frosting! No! Oh, my frosting
I like
only.
I like to take the top off and then put it on the top, and then the bottom and put it on the top, and then make myself a cupcake sandwich.
Yeah, at least you don't just
Have
go
a
straight to the
cupcake
top.
crust.
At least you don't start cream only. I usually am not the kind of person to go cream in the face first, but I mean, like, your choice, bro.
Hmm.
Oh god, I just said cream in the face.
Big disgrace.
You know, I like you.
Yeah, see, Bond, there you go. People cough when they're not sick sometimes. Rosabella just demonstrated that.
Hey!
Sorry, I didn't see you.
How?
He was
How does
facing
anyone
the-
bump into anyone when they can all fly at different like altitudes? But anyway.
Is there something
because
wrong,
I
Kai?
don't know. I mean, planes have hit each other before. I mean, you saw what happened recently. It was a plane and a helicopter that time, but
I heard what happened recently. I haven't actually. Yeah,
So,
I
no,
haven't looked
we
into
heard
it.
better.
Yeah.
so yeah, it does make
Huh?
sense that they can just go bonk even in flight.
Come on, spill it, Kai.
I did hear something that I don't know if this is like a rumor or something, but I heard that like the first two cars that were ever made crashed into each other at one point because the drivers were distracted by a woman walking past them. That's probably not true, but that's just something that I heard someone say at one point.
And there's so many things that could and could not be true, so
Yeah.
God knows.
Brown hair girl's hair physics is way too intense.
It's
Yeah,
just
I'll pay attention to that. Let's see.
It's magic hair, bruh.
Potentially. I mean, she is from the kingdom that they just saved. Actually, the one that was under attack by plants. So I guess maybe her hair grows like plants do, or it stays in place whenever she like leans forward. That's a good another good point. Why does her hair stay like that? If there's no wind, she's just leaning forward. Wouldn't it like flop down? You would think.
Just don't get it.
Don't get what?
Adrian, Eric, and now?
You're so confusing.
I heard King Aiden say that he likes Rosabella.
You must have heard.
All right. A reminder that that Rosabella kissed this character Kai in the previous episode. It was part of a play, but it still happened, and he was uncomfortable with it. So if he was uncomfortable with it and wanted it to happen, why is he so concerned about who likes Rosabella?
Man,
Heard
the
it wrong.
high school rumor spreading is about to go crazy.
Yes.
This is why I love high school. You can't say anything anymore. you lose no matter your American blood, you lose your right to you lose your freedom of speech.
I know what I heard.
You remind me of someone.
Someone,
What
Your
interesting.
Majesty?
Hey, that's mine.
You look rich. You can buy more whenever you'd like.
These apple trees are mine, and this triangular sign.
What?
The wandering goat, the pips in your throat, they're all emphatically mine.
I'd
Why are you
never
singing
do
that
that.
Town song? That's my childhood.
It's technically mine as well, but I actually, but I listened to the Spanish version of that song, which isn't as good, honestly. Not that one.
What is being referenced?
Yeah.
What is being referenced exactly?
Lazy Town. There's a song called "It's Mine."
That's my first show ever when I was a kid.
Oh, fair enough.
I didn't grow up on Lazy Town. It was saddening.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your Majesty?
I just remembered something.
It must be special.
I mean, given the context of that, honestly, not really. I just kind of saved someone's life whether they stole something was presumably mine. So I don't know. Old memories, all right.
I invited you here because I wanted to ask you a question.
By the way, the shading on his face particularly, I question a little bit just because it goes down like a lot further and his hair's a lot shorter, so it doesn't really compensate.
I noticed you wear that flower in your hair. Where did you get it?
Yeah, and your arms don't reach up to your gacha head, so, you know, try your best.
Reach out the back of your head.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've been ignoring like the whole like thing of like Prism kidnapping Eric in the comments here, but I just have to
What?
mention this comment here. Eric treats me so good, just like Felix. I'm
Hold up,
starting to,
what?
you know,
What's happening?
I'm starting to think you have a horrible taste in men. Good thing you have a girlfriend, because otherwise I'd be very concerned for you. Yes, TMG Felix. Those are like two of her like biggest crushes, I think, or at least like fictional crushes. From what I've heard.
God damn.
Mm-hmm. I loved him too. Emphasis on I love this in isolation. I loved him too. You were like my brother, Felix. I loved you. Yeah.
Brotherly love, bro. Like,
my goodness. Yeah, exactly. A reminder that Bon has recently watched the first 2 seasons of Mutant Girl, and so that the whole Felix thing is still very much fresh in his mind.
I understand none of this.
Well, yeah. Again, we will get to it at some point.
I mean, I'm
Since I was a
on
child,
spring break now, so like.
Yeah, but I'm in Mutant Girl editing crunch.
Yeah, you
time,
are in
so I think
crunch
that's gonna-
time,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm still
Yeah.
still on college.
I'm gonna go right back to learning the ins and outs of AI masking after this, just to bring that
Good
whole
luck.
thing full circle. You know.
Majesty, I'm not sure where it came from.
You have a flower shop. Do you live with anyone?
Yes, Your Majesty. I live with my mom.
Is there no...
So hold on. So like, so
Man,
he knows that Rose is a teenager, right? Does he assume that a teenager has like the ability to like own a flower shop by herself with no one
well,
else?
it depends on how the world works, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, that is also true. We don't quite know what the
Entrepreneurs
legality that
exist,
is in
Jacob.
this. Yeah,
Jacob, entrepreneurs exist.
entrepreneurs exist of all ages, but I'm just talking about like, you know, how much, you know, freedom they actually have to pursue those entrepreneurial goals.
I've seen a
versus whether or not like the impulse.
16-year-old run a Mexican restaurant. I think it's okay.
I mean, if that's legally a possibility, then yeah, maybe.
Nobody else.
But also, this is definitely anime logic in terms of teenagers living by themselves. Except it isn't, but that's what the king is presuming.
It's just my mom and I, Your Majesty.
Do you and your mom both have powers?
She doesn't have powers.
What do you...
You know, I'll say this, king or otherwise, if a complete stranger to me just started like asking me about my life backstory with no reasoning behind it and no reason behind it, I would be incredibly suspicious. I mean, it's clear from the incessant spewing I've done over the past 11 years that I love talking about myself, and I'm not exactly a hugely reserved and private person in most respects, but still. I would still be suspicious of that if it just came out of the blue, honestly.
Now he gave me cupcakes. It's all right.
So did Mr. Light, and we saw how that went with Frost.
Power.
Who?
You've seen Once Upon a Witchlight, right?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Have another cupcake, Frost. Yeah, that's.
We're just
Brains on buy my
commoners.
mode, so I mean. I assumed you triggered that already. Brains on full bye-bye mode.
A 40-year-old royal interested in my family.
Your Majesty.
It's all right.
I in
They all
trouble
know.
for using...
Yeah. To be honest, like this, I got suspicious when I think it was 8 individual students of mine when I introduced myself in the first couple of weeks, asked if I had a girlfriend. It's like, why is that the question that you have?
Bo, it's
My
because
powers?
all students love knowing about love life.
True, but I mean, it's kind of like the infamous, anime, how is your love life scene from The Room? It's like, where did that come from?
Listen, I'm just saying, Mr. Butter. Your students may just need some advice when it comes to speaking with the women.
I mean, I do know that a number of them since then have gone through some pretty disastrous breakups. So honestly, maybe they should have come to me before that happened. I have no idea.
Always trust the
If you
theater
don't-
kid when it comes to top flirting with girls, guys.
Hmm.
It'll probably work. The theater kids are really good with girls.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much that is a common knowledge in Spain, considering that theater is very, very undervalued here. But we'll in general, good idea.
Want me using them?
No. You should cultivate it. But you must already know that you possess a...
Oh, so I love this. I tried to draw the cupcake, should I the cupcake from the top, but I laced the actual cake part.
different kind of magic.
Nobody laces the
Nope.
cream. Who wants to lace the cream?
That's the part that actually masks the taste of the lacing, whatever it
You're
is.
telling me your
Nope.
cupcake bases don't have flavor?
Well,
Need to add some
yes, they do,
ketchup.
but the icing is always the most potent flavor on purpose, which means that it's perfect. Which means that if you lace that, it's more noticeable.
No one is stopping you from
I'm
using
just
your
saying,
magic.
like, it's always you lace the cake, never lace your cream.
Yes, that's what we're saying. The same thing right now,
As long as you're in the academy.
and so's Bob.
I'll be taking my leave now.
Okay.
And let the
Is
chaos
it true?
begin.
What?
That King Aiden likes you.
Where did you hear that?
Don't deny it. I heard King Aiden say.
She didn't deny it. She didn't confirm it either, but she didn't deny anything.
Oh, don't
It just-
worry. Don't worry. At their age, everything they're always gonna assume that somebody's trying to prove them wrong, and they're gonna try to prove themselves right. They're
So the
they're
King's
at that
wings-
age.
Do the king's wings have holes in them? There were some magical wars back in the day that the king was a part of. Yeah. Can we go back? All right. Let's go back and check and check the king's wings for holes.
I would love to go to a chicken establishment called the King's Wings.
Legally distinct, of course. Okay,
No,
I think I see what you mean. I think that's
Yeah.
just like design on them or something.
Jacob, I can't wait to write King's Wings for Sword on My Lawn. Speaking of,
it's like the
auditions
big
are still
chain.
open.
It's the big chain restaurant that you see like in every single like town that we make.
Yeah. Speaking of, auditions are still open.
This is true. Yes. In fact, if it weren't for the setbacks of today, I would have definitely put my suggestion one in for sure. But yes, that is correct. All people here, auditions for that are still open. We're still trying to fill up episode 1 and part of 2. But yeah.
I said all of 2. We don't really. I don't think we need any.
Oh yeah, there's only one. Oh yeah, there's only one new character.
There's only one new major character in 2. It's 3 and 4 that we'll deal with later.
Yeah, that's why we spoke.
Is it true? What?
That King Aiden likes you.
I love doing
Where did you
shameless
hear
plugs.
that?
Don't deny it. I heard King Aiden say it.
Wait,
Yeah. Okay. So this is another interesting point, by the way. So Kai at some point said, I know what I heard, and then the scene cuts to the conversation between King Aiden right now and Rosabella. Oh wait, no, not King Aiden. So yeah. So so that kind of made me think that this was what Kai heard, and at some point he was gonna say something like, yes, I like you, Rosabella, but like a casual way of like, I like the cut of your jib, you see, that kind of thing. And then he kind of misinterpreted that because teenager. But I guess not. Maybe just like heard it somewhere else. I don't recall a previous scene where King Aiden said that or alluded to that, so I don't really know.
Selective hearing.
All of them are standing weirdly. Is the legs, I think. Yeah, that is true, but they also could be hovering right now. It's hard to tell.
They're probably hovering.
Oh no, they're not. Their wings will be flapping. This show is consistent about that. Their wings were flapping, they'd be hovering, but they're not.
They're so used to hovering that they stand weirdly.
That is actually probably a phenomenon that actually happens with young fairies if they don't use their legs.
Yeah.
are you jealous?
What? No.
Please, I already got a kiss from her. Why would I be jealous?
My man, dude, you're asking for too much, buddy.
They're consistent in that regard, okay?
Kai, your face is all red.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You mean it's not, because you're talking about your face, not your.
He is his own face.
But we talked about the head to body ratio in Gacha before. It does seem like that way sometimes, but no.
Yes, Kai.
I like how Rosa is also humoring this. It's like she's so used to boys getting jealous over her. She's just like, I'm gonna roll with the punches now. Yeah.
Fair.
Speaking of that kiss, Rosa, Kai is your first kiss.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Decisions.
Also, speaking of that kiss, I think we brought that up. Like I brought that up. I'm not sure if they did or I just kind of missed that line from talking to Kai.
I kissed him, all right, but only on the corner of his lips.
Aww.
I mean, that's all. Well, okay.
Good enough for a high schooler.
Yeah, we didn't quite see because the camera framing on that kiss was actually that she had a back face to him, so we couldn't really see. Which, by the way, since it was on stage, they could have actually like rehearsed that and planned that, but then I don't know. It seems like with that play, everyone just kind of like rehearsed their parts individually and then was surprised when their actions had to tie together in some way. I think it's sort of like what like new voice directors think voice acting lines should be, of like giving people stuff without context and then being surprising them with like the whole product. That logistically can work with voice acting. I don't recommend it, but with general theater, no. Rehearse first, and then that way you don't have someone be surprised by the fact that lo and behold, Snow White ends with a kiss. Who knew? But anyway.
No. Here's what you do. You do that, but you make it specifically for a play. No, you don't do that. Except you do it for one part. You do it for the kiss scene, but the whole play has no reason to have a kiss scene.
Mm-hmm.
So you just secretly rehearse a kiss scene in the back, and then on everybody else's play, on everybody else's script, it just says intermission instead of kiss scene, so it seems more believable. and then just boom, everybody except for the people kissing is extremely surprised.
They're just like about the end. The curtain falls and no one told them. Yeah.
Yeah.
My first kiss was at my theater too. When I've been either way, honestly, I'd die for theater. Yeah, fair enough. I never actually done a stage kiss. That being said, my first kiss was in a drama room.
How did it feel?
In fact, you know what, Bon? I'll tell you this because you've watched the musical episode now. You know, in Moana Malbec's first kiss, they're there, and then suddenly like Mrs. Dysart walks in on them, and then Moana freaks out towards the end, and Malbec is kind of like, oh god, what's going on? Yeah, that was based on my life. That's how my first kiss went down. The drama teacher walked in on us.
And that's how Jacob got casted as the main lead.
We were rehearsing like separate monologues, and there was no production that was about to happen. It's just who were given the room. And she continued to give us the room, in all fairness. She didn't care, but yeah.
Man, should have went
I
full
don't want
Cameron
to fail the
King.
group just because of that kiss.
Well, how about Eric?
Wait, what was that line? Wait a second.
Guy.
I don't want to fail the group just because of that kiss.
Fail the group? What do you mean fail the group? You did your performance. That your group is done. You've already got your grade. What are you talking about?
Well, how about Eric?
Or does she mean that she didn't want them to fail because they didn't follow through on the entire fairy tale?
Probably
they're
that.
Supposed to.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Eric?
Oh, there we go. Eric, finally, you're here.
Okay.
You say gay?
No, I said.
I was going to.
Someone just said gay or yay.
I was going to. I thought you said it. You stole my
I think I
joke.
accidentally
What did
said
you
gay.
think gay when you saw Eric?
He gives off like how do I explain it? He gives off, you know, the vibe. Listen, I've been watching.
Yay, not gay.
How do I say this? Listen, I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race for a good 5 years. I'm just getting the vibe, you know. He gets in drag at 11:30 at night and goes to perform to a bunch of people.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, we do know that Adrian, dons an alter ego and performs in front of people. But which, by the way,
he gives drag queen vibes.
I have met some drag queens, so I guess I can see what you mean.
You get it.
Apologize for the way I behaved yesterday. I was just trying to protect you.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Hold on, wait. In what regard? Oh
Mentally.
wait, yeah, okay, the play. Because I was trying to like go through like what he did that day. There's like that whole like balcony scene. There was the flower bit where he got like freaked out and ran away. And then Agent gave the flowers, right, as in this episode. But no, he's referring to the fact that basically he pushed Kai towards kissing Rosa when he clearly was not comfortable doing so, and then Rosa kind of followed through with that, which really means he should be apologizing to Kai, not to Rosa, because Rosa was more okay with the whole thing.
Yeah, but drag queens really want to talk to Kai.
Well. From the drag queens that I have met, they definitely like to engage more with men.
I didn't think you'd be worried.
Yeah, fair. Oh no, guitar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rosabella,
It's just like the flashback of them showing, but I was like, I don't remember the scene at all.
let's go.
Why, thank you. Aren't you allergic to strawberries? You're just gonna waste that.
I'll get.
What do you mean? I'm not gonna waste them at all. Yeah, it's very, very delicious. Yeah, it's
that one scene of Bitsy eating the green peanut M&Ms.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, yeah, but
Just,
I'm like
guys-
diabetic, so like my blood clot isn't there anymore. And so
Did you take your pills? Somebody grab the
You a
EpiPen. I'm not
different
dealing
snack.
with this right now.
One of the most like horrifying animations that Adventures have done as well is for that scene.
Just don't
You
take
sure?
this
What
one.
about Torbeck absolutely dying to a bitsy bite?
I said one of. Eric, your face is yeah. My life.
I don't think
I don't know if-
911 exists in this universe.
Yeah, not EpiPens. Eric's gonna die.
Fine.
No, we have magic EpiPens.
Oh yeah, good point.
It's called EpiWands.
No, it's just a spell. Epinephrine.
Epinephrine. I will be talking with my DM to invent epinephrine.
We could put that in Sword of My Lawn or something.
I don't want to have to deal with the canon of giving one of our characters allergies. And listen, we don't know what kind of wings they sell at King's Wings. They could be peanut butter fish sauce, and they just die.
I mean, yes, that is possible.
I don't get
I'd
it.
rather not lose a character to King's Wings.
Either that, or they don't properly dispose of the feathers from the birds they use in the wings.
Miracle said he liked you, and you punched him? I said I like him, though. I know.
Oh yeah, that's not mixed message at all. I like you. Like, I don't remember the context of this.
But you literally friend-zoned him. I didn't know what to say. I thought he was getting back at me for the phone number incident. You used that again? Wait, I remember when you told King your number. His reaction was hilarious.
Oh, see, that's why I thought his name was King, because they literally just do call him King.
What about the face-off? Are you ready for the grand finale? Well...
Ah, there we go. See, now we get the face-off. We're halfway through the episode, but we get like the description.
People
Here we
take your
go.
face off. People
Next message. Rosa, you play. Rosa really is giving Aphmau a run for her money at this point.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
In this context, it's a bad thing. Normally, it's a good thing.
Ooh, I love that song. And what? Have you already asked him? What? That. No. How come?
I have an offer for you.
Rosa.
I would like to sing with you, Rosa.
No, it's not that kind of offer. Obviously, they gotta pull up with something even more interesting. 500 cigarettes.
Yeah. Take these across the Azorian border. Find someone who knows Khazarian teleportation, and make sure it reaches the destination inside.
Yeah, what is the legality of drugs in this universe? How do drugs work? What is the difference between human drug and flying fairy magic drug?
Well, I mean, they don't grow the same plants here, so I imagine they have different. They have different types of drugs here because of that.
Listen, I know it's very easy for them to get high physically through flight. Does that mean it's harder for them to get high via drugs?
I don't know. Depends if their body has like a natural toxin removal factor to it by
yeah,
being
I just imagine magical people have a higher tolerance to drugs. That's on the bingo board now, guys.
Yeah. Well, if magical people have a high tolerance to drugs, then I guess Hera and Lumina had less to worry about.
Bond about to get a free
pills.
bingo. Bond about to get a free bingo space daily. Well, every time I'm here, because it's gonna happen. It's
apparently yes.
I wonder which stream made you finally decide it's time to put that on the board.
It was probably you giving Doc pills that started everything.
No, it's not yet, probably.
How come you haven't asked Mr.
It does
Miracle?
happen in chat too.
What am I supposed to say? Hi, Eric. Are you the prince who gave me a ticket to the festival so I wouldn't get kicked out? Why would you think that was me? Because you and that pretty boy have the same hair?
I do like the rolling of the eyes and also the imitation. I actually just was working on remaking a Mutant Girl scene where that happens, where someone has to like imitate two people. So yeah, fresh in my mind as far as like doing that through the face and through the.
I need them to move this camera so we can get a better angle of whose face is on the bed.
True, but yeah, for now the turning camera, yeah, absolutely.
It is nice, but also I want to see this face.
Yeah, I will also say, as far as like Rosa's interaction here, the conversation doesn't seem like too awkward just yet, except for the fact that she said the words "pretty boy," referring to the prince, and then also compared his features to Eric's, which Eric is definitely going to take in a certain way. Aside from that, she would have been fine talking about everything else that she's just said here.
I don't think I could do that.
That's where it's Dean J. Yeah, that was my guess as well, but I forgot like what Dean J like in disguise form looked like. But it is most likely, yeah.
Jean Day.
Dean J is a pop star, and I'm fairly certain Adrian's alter ego. Which is why that whole scene was like the scene would have been awkward. Although then again, Adrian didn't mention anything when he saw Rosa's bed previously. But yeah,
maybe he's just really good at hiding his interesting personality.
Yeah, honestly, the other Adrian could learn a thing or two about that. Like Adrian Agrest, just like anytime he sees Cat Noir's like, yeah, nothing to do with me, obviously. You mentioned Cat Noir in random conversation, shouldn't it, Nino? Yeah, definitely. This is why I'm being so awkward right now, and not because you just happen to bring him up because everyone talks about him. Clearly,
don't worry. Don't worry. That shows logic. You can be as obvious as possible. No one's gonna figure out because it's world of dumb logic.
I do find that funny though to some degree in shows like that.
Yeah.
And like. So at some point, it stretches things too far. Occasionally, like you can do that, but most of the time, where it's just like, So hey, did you hear about this that happened last night? Nothing. What? So anyway, the news says, like, if it's like that, then I find that more funny than just like someone should suspect something.
Yeah, most people will go very high energy. Just I didn't do it. I will like. My voice will slow down, like tire a bit, and just go like, that wasn't me, bro. Like,
yeah, and another like leftover thing from Spider-Man, like particularly whenever someone brings up Spider-Man in front of Peter Parker, that's like very commonly happens. Not the comics, I just mean like in any animated shows, he seems to have that reaction. in the comics, this is more like Flash Thompson. You may be pulling me now, but little do you know that behind the face of Peter Parker lies the hero Spider-Man.
Why not?
Anyway.
Wouldn't he behind the face of Spider-Man lies Peter Parker?
Well, yes, but he was Peter in that scene, so that was kind of it wouldn't. Yeah.
You've been searching for him for so many years. It's destiny. We're not even sure they're the same person. If I were you, I would ask him.
How did you not spill the coffee?
Move on.
I know.
You don't have enough centripetal force.
Maybe it's just really empty.
Why hasn't she texted?
I do like that he still has the story pocket behind, like this, so that wasn't a flashback. It was just an awkward scene transition. So
he's got one in his hand.
Well, he's not allergic. It was Eric who's allergic.
But then we can't get funny allergy scene.
No, unfortunately we can't. Unfortunately, Adrian nipped that in the bud.
Maybe I
could.
Move on. You know, there are other... Wait! I almost forgot. I gotta take a bath.
What was she gonna say? What, there are other ways of getting the information? Was she gonna like think of a truth spell or something? Or
the face on the bed is the face on the bed is the face on the portrait, by the way.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, consistency.
Yeah.
So yeah. Again, I forgot what Dean J. But according to Prism, Dean J. does look like that. So it does. I guess it does align. All right then. Yeah. As he texted me, I gotta take a bath and the guy is spying on her. I don't know where this is going. Hopefully he doesn't follow.
call you again tomorrow.
Okay,
Why
there
are
we go.
you so
Nothing
quiet?
happened. Oh, and also the shadows of the windows as well reflecting that. Again, I'm pretty sure this was like all built on like a 3D model of the setting of some kind. But it's meant to look sort of reminiscent of 2D Gacha, depending on, you know, the furniture is kind of a giveaway sometimes, most of the time. Everything else, you can sort of see like, okay, maybe that's more 2D, but yeah.
Huh?
Are you scared?
Oh yeah, wow, you gotta love the restricted sign that doesn't work for fairies.
What? No.
Scared, Potter?
Then why are you acting so strange?
Aren't we supposed to be quiet?
This is true, by the way. Would have been whatever you're doing.
Sorry? Just finishing that up.
Oh, okay. Yep. Casual garden restricted section. Why not? This is where they keep all the drugs information, of course.
Oh, yeah, that
What's
makes a lot
the
of
matter?
sense.
Oh, great. They're either going to get caught in this scene or like they're going to linger here for long enough for it to be a, you know, awkward thing between them.
Fun.
Like I said before, there is an actual term for this in anime. It's called kabedon. Like it's such a common cliche. They named it.
I feel a kiss
The
coming
poor
on.
bookshop. Yeah, that has to witness this. Yeah.
You smell like strawberry sticks.
Yeah. It's my favorite snack.
Mine
Why are you
too.
gonna kiss? Kiss him, kiss him!
Okay, I forget.
I'm not liking
Oh,
this.
I thought he was going to fade as well. I thought it was going to be like, oh wow, he was the pretty boy the whole time.
Guys.
And they ruined it.
Oh, no.
Yep. Okay, there is actually a scene. Remember I mentioned like Mermaid Melody, Pitchy Pitchy Pitch yesterday, actually on stream. There is a scene in that show where like this is the first time I ever saw like the mistaken kiss cliche actually. And the two people involved in question, one of them actually suspected that the main like love interest was actually the villain of the series because they looked very similar. He's not, but that was the suspicion at the time because she was a new arrival and didn't know better. So yeah, all she was doing really was just like staring at him intently, being like, "Don't you recognize me? Come on, stop pretending." And meanwhile, he's like, "What the heck are you talking about?
What are you smoking, buddy?"
Yeah, and of course the main character is like, "Oh, don't you? He's kissing her. Oh my!" You know. Okay, yeah.
Hey, at least they didn't kiss.
That is true. Although weirdly enough, that situation, even though that girl in question becomes like the third main character, that situation never fully gets like cleared up, because the second main character still thinks like 50 episodes down the line that third main character has feelings for the main love interest and just like feels like something, but not like. And so like every now and then, she'd be like, I don't know why Rina didn't want to come to like, say goodbye. It's like, don't you remember Rina feels something for Kaito? It's like, my goodness. They really went for that, didn't they? And of course they never actually confront her directly about it either. But anyway.
I know this sounds weird, but do you happen to have been bitten by...
What?
There's going to be some like strawberry snacks going to like be involved in like the whole childhood history thing between them, isn't it? Maybe it's Prince Eric in a context and not just Eric.
First name Prince, last name Eric.
Also, who took that photo?
Excuse me.
Eric did.
I
Bro does not look like he knows how to take a photo.
Well, yeah, but he had both his arms behind his back. How did he? Did he
Magic
the camera?
do you not know the spell Mage Hand?
I took that. I do know because of Frost again. I took that photo.
No, you did.
Cool.
Sure you did. Actually, no, sure you did.
Beans cool. You gotta keep the beans cool. Yeah.
we should probably leave.
No, you shouldn't. You should continue to search for the thing you came here to find, because you have barely been here for long enough.
Yeah.
Nah, they just time skipped really weirdly.
they were in Kabedon mode for so long, the sun is coming out.
Yeah.
They actually just stared at each other intently all night. Where's that fan fiction?
Should we fly?
No, I'll bring you back myself.
We will do it my way, the bird way. We fly.
Thank you.
Good decision.
you
Good
disappeared.
decision, my
Where'd you go?
man.
Why was the sound effect for teleportation present for like the second teleportation, but not the first one? Maybe it's because like meant to be like slower, possibly. I did actually bring this up to Aiden in a Fallen Angels episode one time, where because like I you notice that whenever I did a scene in Fallen Angels where they involved teleportation, whenever there was like a fade down, I didn't use the sound effect. I only used it when there was like the big like crack when they come back, or when it was like fast enough. And then there was one time where Abraxas appears like through a puff of smoke. Different teleportation method, by the way, materializing himself into like his big form or something. And then once he's like about to be formed, you just hear. It's like, dang it! It just takes away the tension. Anyway. Yes, it's been a secret lair after he killed his friend. You're right. There's almost kiss. I think we should leave. Yeah, he wasn't even a good friend. Yeah, all right.
They got too embarrassed with each other to do anything for the friend.
This can't be happening.
I will say so far that like Adrian has fully like been on like, well, not fully, but has for most of this time been on Team Eric and been pushing that forward. So if he's catching feelings himself, he's definitely going to reproach himself for that. And that part sort of makes sense, yeah. That's funny, likey. Brought to you by the Royale Singer Face Off. We got an alert about that because we forgot that was happening, even though everyone's talking about it. Okay.
This
Man,
is
where's your
exactly
face
what I
bed
need to
sheet?
straighten things out. I can be rude. Yeah.
I can be rude? What?
Oh. Well.
Where's Adrian? He hasn't been in class for 2 days.
I
It's
haven't
Meg
seen
Musta,
him
by the way.
either. How about you, Kai? Any news on Adrian's whereabouts?
He's got a bad case of Hanahaki. You know, because of unrequited love. That's right, yeah.
I haven't seen him. I've tried calling, but he's not picking up.
How about his room?
I've already checked. He's not there either.
Hold on, was Pink's like wings shaded over? Yes, shaded over her arm and hair. Why is that happening?
I've already checked. He's not there either.
We should look for him.
I think the shade was actually like a separate layer or something because of lighting, but it came like above the body instead of behind it. The wings were meant to be like further down.
What if something bad happened to him?
Bella,
Huh?
would you like to come?
Sorry, I'm...
Eric?
I'm avoiding Adrian because of a mildly uncomfortable situation that happened 2 days ago. Yeah, you know.
It just wasn't the right time, you know.
No, of course. 48 hours later, that's the time.
Hurry up!
You know, it's never the right time. It's always the right rosemary.
Will you be okay here?
Yeah, I'll be alright.
I'll let you know if there are any updates.
Whoa! The DJ ghost that I also possess? What a shock!
Maya would be so happy to see you. How about me, you ask?
Oh no, it's Poster Senpai. She's talking to Poster Senpai, everyone.
No!
I'll tell you a secret.
I know enough about my history because I was shown one episode to know what he's referencing.
Yeah.
It's Maya's fault. You see, I have to kiss you when I see you.
You know, it's a contractual obligation. You know, like I can't avoid that. You know,
bruh, you got thoughts, use them. Don't say it out loud. Somebody's gonna be listening.
Who's
Somebody's
there?
always listening. Told you.
Hello?
yeah, this is exactly what happened with Afma with Poster Senpai. Caitlin walked in on her, and she never talked to that poster ever again.
That's why there's more than one poster in this one.
Yeah, so he has several. Yeah. Oh, and okay, of course. Do you talk to your blankets too? She
no,
makes
but
out
I
with
talk.
blankets.
No,
We
but
all
she
know
talks
this.
to her pillows.
It's like, oh no, if she hears me sing in the competition, she'll know that I'm Dean J. I can't sing with her anymore, which is what my plan was this whole time. If Rosa hadn't just randomly said her thoughts to this poster that's inside a Producer Academy of a like modern pop star, weird enough in the first place, if that hadn't happened, then we wouldn't have had this here.
What is happening?
Most of this episode, apart from the whole like, you know, King Aiden liking her, has been a holdover from previous drama from other episodes, and that's why I haven't like brought it up as much. This is just fabrication for this episode now. Same thing as like, I've made Adrian too like, you know, pro Eric in this situation. We gotta dial this stuff back, you know. We gotta make sure that he hears that she wants to kiss his alter ego. Okay.
Ooh.
DJ, there you are.
He just goes, ow.
There's.
Oh my, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Team J, can I get...
Okay, wait. Like, we don't get like a framing of this, incidentally. Right, so just go back for a second. I need to point this out. Wait.
It's all right.
Well, first of all, the chain is flying willy-nilly. That's strange for this show, actually. I don't know if I covered that up.
Don't worry about it.
Team J!
Okay, so you notice like how he turns around at that point, and then she goes, Dean J! Like, it was like he was preparing for it, so he stops walking, turns, and then she says this. That definitely should have happened in a different order. All right, don't worry about it. DJ says alpha male.
What? Okay, what in terms of vocals makes up for alpha male?
I don't know. Just feeling very emotionally distant. Very direct and to the point. And also, not wasting any other words aside from what you said already.
So just distantly.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. You're an alpha male, Dean J. And that's why you don't talk to me. But I cannot fail, Dean J. So please pucker her up now, Casey.
Can I... Can I
Yeah, this is gonna go well.
take a photo with you?
There we go. I was about to be like, yeah,
You
can't
did
just say that
it!
now.
Congrats!
You can't just say that now. You can't. Yeah.
No.
Thank you. What?
No.
Oh, so remember when Adrian said, "I've got to be rude"? Yeah, this is apparently his method, by the way. This is the classic thing of like, if a guy's mean to you, that means he likes you, type of thing. It's basically that.
Adrian would be
Yeah.
He could be anywhere.
I just hope he's okay.
I adore Dean J. You know, one thing we're going to give like both Adrians credit for, Agrest and this Adrian, is the fact that they like maintain a fully different personality in superhero form. One, because like that's like a release for him, and the other because, well, like, and not superhero, but all superhero form, but once a superhero. In the superhero's case, it's a form of release. In this case, it is definitely a form of of repression, because obviously no one really knows the real Dean J, because he's basically Hannah Montana.
And no one knows Hannah Montana.
No.
See, I only know Alexis, Texas.
I did hear that apparently Hannah Montana was going to be named Alexis Texas.
Yes, that's why I said Alexis Texas.
Yes. Yeah, I heard this from a Smosh Pit video, and then like everyone reacted like super weird. It was like, oh no, they can't do that, and it was like, all right, fine, okay, here we go. Google Alexis Texas. Oh, got it. Now I get it. So yeah, adult film star is the answer to the question that I had.
Where are you?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so we do get a little bit of the competition. We're probably gonna get like the build-up and not much, but you know, whatever. Still something.
Tonight is the night we've all been waiting for.
Not many of us have been waiting for it.
I'm Dean J and the real Dean J. All the other Dean J's are just imitated. Like, yeah, close enough. All the other Dean J's are copies of me. I don't know. There you go. There should have been a parody musical. Would have been peak. I can make a Dean J parody if he wants.
Yes,
not now. You're busy, dude.
Yeah, not now. I mean, like afterwards.
Who among our top 2 singers will win the title? Are you fairies ready? Please welcome. You'll be sorry.
By the way, in this in this yeah, all the names of these are like puns, all names of like the groups because they're meant to be like masked contestants. But also, this, by the way, is called like the sing-off finals in the description. Finals implies there were more competitions before this, of which I think there were like 1. So I guess technically speaking, maybe. But yeah. How fragile are fairy wings? Well, the king nearly had holes in his, so I mean, you never know.
Listen. Snapple.
Okay, you know what? That's some interesting framing because we actually have like we have like a corner perspective, but also like just so the audience are out of frame, but you can still like see like the, you know, like the clapping from one side of the channel. Okay, that's one way of like saving on a crowd shot. Normally, of course, you know, with Gacha, you do like a head-on thing. You know,
are we gonna
get
copyrighted?
Superstar Academy. I have no idea. Yeah, I haven't heard this song before, so I can't really say for sure.
I haven't heard this song before, but my genre of music is not the kind of music that these people listen to.
Yeah, that's fair. Wait, hold on. Now he's like, wait a minute. Maybe it was her the whole time. Or not. Okay, he was like, huh? No. But wait a minute. No. Is she mouthing the lyrics of this song?
Not even me. I think she's gonna sing too.
Don't the whiting eyes of Dean worth the implications? Oh, yeah, okay. I will say like the lyrics of this, like, you know, like the what you see, not even me. Also very Hannah Montana-esque, by the way. Like I've watched like the first season of Hannah Montana on Disney Plus, and like all of the songs that Hannah Montana herself sings at that point are just all about like a double identity. It's like no one looked into that. They only have like one theme to them, basically. At that stage, I know that later on they, you know, that there are some other, you know, bangers that come later. But like,
it'll just be like that. Most of the time, it means nothing. So,
well, I mean, yeah, but most of the time you don't like hear the in because of like lyrics, or as in the case of the early 2000s, it was mostly about butts and parties.
Thank you, Ludacris.
Or both.
Thank you, specifically Ludacris.
Okay.
No, I'm not your baby. No, I am.
These all sound like like Derby horse names.
Definitely.
Since No, I'm Not Your Baby's not available tonight, the Royal Singer title goes to none other than.
Hold on, were there only 2 Well, I guess this was the finals.
It's a
maybe,
finale.
like...
It's a duel. What? They do sound like drag names. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, this season we actually have Acacia Forgot and Hormona Lisa. I think these gotta be drag names.
Yeah. Honestly, my favorite drag name of all time is Auntie Histamine.
You'll be sorry! Congratulations!
Wait, you
Well,
say
she'll be
Auntie
sorry for
sorry?
leaving. Yeah. Well, this is crazy. I've also heard Tequila Mockingbird.
What else was on this season? There wasn't that much good stuff. The funny names this season.
Yeah.
Why did you leave?
Huh? Team J? What are you doing here?
I asked you first. Why
Yeah.
did you leave?
Oh, I'm looking for something.
Looking for something. Why? Was the money
You're the perfect excuse, obviously.
King Damien gave not enough for you?
What?
Don't deny it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He paid you to forfeit from the contest. Does it hurt to hear the truth?
I mean, it probably hurts more to act on the truth, having just done it, I suppose. But yeah, I guess that would also kind of make sense, like the offer that she couldn't refuse. But I mean, but also this like, looks more suspicious. If I were paying somebody to lose a competition, I would pay them to do poorly in the competition, not just straight up leave, especially if it's the finals. That's going to look incredibly suspicious. You think no one's going to look into that? Dean J himself is looking into that. He's not even involved with the judging.
I feel sorry for you. You have talent. You're better than all of the other contestants. I just want to know something.
I don't have time to chat with you.
I mean, this also kind of like very suspicious of like, you know, like, because like King Adrian particularly is also told about this, where or maybe get like the king names confused, because like obviously, you know, like that scene before this does give like new context to like, yes, you run a flower business, so you're on your own. It's just you and your mother. Yes, no one to really support you financially. Yes, well, take a look at this briefcase of gold type of thing. You know, that is quite clever. Like, okay, you know what? I do like it when we don't have all the answers, so we find out something later. This, yeah. I mean, this might not be what happened because she's not like confirmed it again. She's not denied it. It's the complete opposite of the whole like King Adrian likes you situation. She's just allergic to telling people yes or no, I guess. Antihistamine is Smosh. Actually, I heard antihistamine at university. I actually don't remember antihistamine being in Smosh at all. If they are, please tell me the video, because clearly I missed one.
You can't leave.
Oh, wait, actually, maybe that does ring above, like, Tommy Bowes, actually. Oh, my goodness, it's the bite mark! Okay, now I need someone to go through every episode and see if we've ever seen her, like, bare arms before this point, to see if this is like a plot point or not. Right. Okay, yeah. In that case, maybe, but I'm pretty sure I also heard university first. I'm not sure.
Rosa! How dare you do that to my friend?
Also, you know what? Because again, she's in disguise currently. But well, she's not fully in disguise. She's taken the mask off. But the idea was that no one could know from the disguises who was who until now. So I guess like that's why the friend whose name I keep forgetting appeared right there and said Rosa in that situation, and also ran up like at like fairy speed. I guess she didn't teleport. She just used the super speed that all fairies seem to have when it's convenient. I guess.
Can't believe we idolized you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Leave.
I mean, that's a good point, because like that costume is like super flimsy. If that's the case, like if that's all it takes to like rip something off, then yeah, that's a problem on the costume department, not necessarily on him. But then again, probably should not have grabbed her. But yeah.
Please, I'm really.
She told you to leave. Leave. Let's go.
But you're the ones that are leaving. Huh? What?
Rosa.
Yes, we saw the bite mark. Thank you for zooming in on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess he didn't see the bite mark until it was further away from his face. What? Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, no credits this time. Okay. All right, we got the credit music, but not the actual.
Is it finished?
Yes, it's finished. There you go. Yep. To be continued, I suppose. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't think I would say this, but yeah, I think I would say this, but this episode actually started, all right. It didn't continue that way, but it started all right. Thank goodness it's done. I know why. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Also, like again, the first the cliffhanger from last episode of like the teleportation. Like I brought that up towards the beginning, but I thought that maybe after, like, if Eric left, they were going to address like that stuff first and then go back to him. But yeah, it was pretty clear from the way that it was framed last time that the important part of that was the reveal of Eric being there, not the reveal of a shadow coming after her and, you know, destroying the world building. So again, so it's no surprise we focused on that aspect of the shipping. Then again, Eric himself was surprisingly absent for most of this episode. He was either lamenting himself for his overreaction at a scene that, you know, he forced Kind to, apologizing to the wrong person rather than, you know, to Kai himself, and then afterwards, still lamenting about, I guess, like the kiss and I don't know whatever else happened in between with, like, you know, him not picking up or whatever. 0 to 10 more Eric needed. You know, I didn't think I would say this before, but yes, more Eric needed because he seemed to have, like, his reaction was so integral to this, and they could have been resolved so quickly if he actually were present for the scene or not. Like, I do understand the value of sometimes withholding your love interest and then, like, for an episode and, like, making so, like, around the ideas that they represent, or like the idea of, like, or someone's perception of them, like, in their own heads type of deal. Maybe not when, like, other more important stuff is going on. You're actually trying to investigate like a you know, a cursed plant from an enemy kingdom, and I found out more about, like, teleportation magic that, you know, one of your friends possesses that is, like, exceptionally rare, or supposedly was back in the times of a particular king that said friend knew existed, and no one else seemed to. Yeah, that would have been great. Again, they both went together to the Great Library that most said didn't exist, and if it and you know, if they hadn't, like, copied onto each other, they would have probably found something to do with that, or maybe, like, more King's Areas details, because again, Adrian seems to be, like, the only person who knew a little bit about that. Yeah, this really is a case of, like, again, the romance getting in the way of, like, basically everything. Okay, there we go. So Prism confirmed this. We see it during the ball. She has transparent sleeves and no bite. There you go. Unless these are magical, which I don't think they are.
I have a
yeah.
What I miss?
Yeah. So Prism has confirmed that in one scene with transparent sleeves that Rosa had no bite mark at that particular point. So yeah. Pros and backgrounds are great. Designs were great. Lighting was very good. Voice acting was pretty good. On animation level, everything was pretty great. Yeah, and we have got there, you know, at long last, because of course, like, Same DNA, like, over time, whether or not it's, like, you know, their production team or themselves or whatever, like, they have gone through the motions, and on a visual degree, like, you know, constantly seem to be improving this kind of thing. It's similar to how in the Music Freaks there was episode 4 was episode 5 was exceptionally rough when it came to animation, as it was Rosie Pozzie's first time, and episode 6 and 7 had their funky moments, but then, you know, 8, 9, and 10 particularly were the ones that, like, people really, like, you know, showed up like how exceptional, you know, she became, and why the series, like, you know, got so, like, extended in terms of its production time. Similar thing seems to have happened here from to that degree, where Same DNA seems to, like, want to, like, you know, again, kick it up a notch, you know, whatever, and they went in with the 3D stuff. You know, that early chase sequence, exceptionally awkward. The last couple episodes, definitely an improvement, but not quite there yet. This one, yeah, I'm pretty sure, apart from, like, that one thing I mentioned, like the king's, like, shading or something, and, you know, like, maybe, like, the layering of Pink's wings or whatever. Again, I can count the flaws we found, like, you know, on like one finger. So not one finger, one hand, not one finger. That'd be like one. Okay. But yeah, of course, like I always say, if you can go for visuals or story, if you have to pick one, always pick story. And it seems like the story, it just keeps adding to more reasons why the shipping gets in the way of everything. Like, honestly, if you want to tell like just a romance story, tell a romance story. But like, even from the beginning of this, like the idea of like a commoner being like accepted for the first time into the Royal Fairy Academy, the idea of like a Royal Fairy Academy existing in the first place. There's so much like in this world that goes beyond just the ideas of like a typical high school romance. It is a good, background setting, but there's so much like that will like awaken people's curiosities, particularly my own. But yeah, and I think some point around the same time that the 3D stuff kicked in, Same DNA kind of realized the same thing, where it was like, there's so much like hidden potential here. Let's build up the lore. Let's tour around the different kingdoms. Let's actually show what the royals are really like preparing for, rather than like, I guess, random festivals or sneaking out or, singing off competitions exclusively before they became a background plot point. What seemed like it was much more of a sporadic type of deal. It does result in, it seems like this, like the episode, that the series just keeps like shifting all the time. But this one didn't really add anything super major that was like, okay, well, this is now like complicating things like way further beyond like what they should have been. They were not like, rather than building on like other ideas, with one exception, the bite mark thing. I mean, yeah, I think there was like some other bite mark that was mentioned like at some point before this, and that's why we have like the bit like Rosa actually seems to have with different hair, like herself like in child form as well, which is why Asian was something like much taller than her in the Cabedon form. Which also reminds me of Mermaid Melody, actually. Like the plot of that series is that the main character is a mermaid. So like the main character that falls in love with a human in the first episode, but doesn't see him for like for like 7 to 8 years. And then when she actually finally like comes up to the surface, just to live amongst the humans for some time, but then eventually like villains start appearing, so that actually becomes like a safe haven basically. She also try to look for a pearl, which she gave to the human beforehand. Yeah, there's like a whole thing. But in episode 2, they cover the fact that she's wearing like the same pendants that would like give away who she was immediately. So they had to form an excuse in episode 2 as to why the main love interest would not connect the dots, and they do like the fade in as well above her. And even like when we finally figures it out, it's like they've combined the two images of like the pair of them. It's like the two like faces merge basically. It's like, well, of course, yeah. So there is a classic framing device. Again, go back to the first time I saw these things. Yeah, it's. And it was even in that same scene where I was talking about somebody else like recognizing somebody else or thinking they did and being wrong in that particular case because they just looked like them. They were not the same. Yeah. But yeah, most of that again comes down to visual storytelling. The visual story that accompany the storytelling, it's just the storytelling is still not really good. So it kind of like drags down the whole thing as a result. Yes. So yes, you're right. It needs to sort its priorities. Stop as much as the love aspect. As weird as the eyebrow braces were sort of distracting. Okay, and the bite mark wasn't consistent. Yeah, that's the thing when you keep like adding stuff that like contradicts what you had before, or impose on top of it. That's why like the competition being like delayed for so long works in the sense of it not being like a huge deal anymore in comparison to other stuff, except for the fact that they actually dialed that back and then really. The diary just disappeared and they just don't really acknowledge it until more or less the end, and then the competition does become like the major thing instead of what I thought was going to happen was like it's a distraction from the impending whatever was going on there, even though it was just only the last bit at the end of the last episode. So yeah, again, it was not the combination that I was hoping for, but it did at least it did show the competition. Even though it was a case of throwing it off, I do like the reveal of what the king actually said. And you know what? There were bits in place to feel like, okay, maybe that's where this could have gone if someone was intending to figure that out and not waiting for the response. You know, a good mystery has to have all the clues present before it actually like comes through. And Dean J accusing Rose of accepting a bribe actually doesn't come out of nowhere, unlike the whole, oh, King Adrian likes you, don't deny it thing that Kai said previously. Kai has not been very consistent actually ever since like the whole kiss thing. He's been off his game, I think. Yeah, he's definitely traumatized. Eric definitely needs to apologize to him specifically. But yeah, oh well. That was I think that was everything. Kai has a lot to think about. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's off his game because he has a lot to think about. Exactly. Yeah. Although again, he's so sure of himself that he's not like given himself the possibility of being wrong, which is definitely not what he wants in the situation. Yeah. I do come to like again. I say yeah. Something about that. I guess Prism doesn't in this case. But there you go. You do realize that the more that Kai is around Rosa, the more chance you've got Eric to yourself, right? Yeah. Now, because Adrian, of course, like builds up in this, and again, Adrian up until now, like yeah, he's been in like romantic situation or situations that could be deemed as romantic with Rosa, but he's never interpreted them as such. It's just more like a casual thing, Like he treats them as if like they're completely normal situations you would do with like if someone who's just happened to be a friend, rather than like, oh my goodness, he's a boy and instead of that. And that was kind of refreshing to me, but of course, there are definitely two main factions, Edward and Jacob style of the fan base, and one of them was definitely in need of some sustenance, or at least so they thought. And thus they received that this episode. Even though the cliffhanger was about Eric, they got more about Adrian instead. To a contrived degree as well, thanks to the whole, modern pop star painting in the middle of a classical building. Yeah. Don't know about that one. So a lot to be desired this time, but to be honest, like it didn't again, it started off fine, but the more it kept going, it's like, well, I had hopes for this one, especially from the description, but yep, just dashed them off one by one, and here we are. Oh well. So I'm gonna do what Dean J was asked to do, and leave now. Let's go. I'm gonna get back to some AI masking and some food preparation. So please don't like or dislike, because your opinion matters. Subscribe if you've done so already. Happy International Women's Day if it's still in your time zone, which is not for me anymore, but there you go. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Bye.
See ya.